Big sauce. Hey, boy, they catching the wave. This is your time, don't you fuck it up. Dollars on plays, double that money, don't fuck it up. Please don't you step in my way. I'm out to get it, don't fuck it up. Don't you fuck it up. Don't you fuck it up. Hey, boy, they catching the wave. This is your time, don't you fuck it up. Dollars on plays.
They say, oh, chill out. Ain't gonna bite.
Nah, man, we gotta rub our monkeypox. We can't be that close.
Ain't gonna bite, brother.
Yo, get started because you gonna go over time.
Thank you for tuning in to another Devil's Advocate episode. We got a special guest in the building. We got Mr. Not the YUTTAZ.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Lil Meow.
Yes, sir. I'm in the building, baby.
Mr. Charles.
Yes, sir.
Miss Shaquilla.
Yes, sir.
You seen this video was featured on MTV's Ridiculousness and a Fat Joe show?
And I did that little movie with Halle Berry in it, that Monsters Ball. I was in that.
You was in Monsters Ball?
Yeah, I was the one that hit her on the couch.
Can you do that face for me one time, though? Can you cry for me?
Yeah, because if y'all don't know him by now, you know him by this face right here. Everybody do the face.
That joint where they said, man, when you strap up and that's your kids inside the condom, I was done.
No, that was funny as shit. I was just about to say that was my favorite meme.
Yeah.
I seen so many memes, but that was my favorite joint. This is how your dick look inside the condom. Oh my god!
You know what? Monkeypox out. Niggas better wear them condoms. I'll tell you that much
real
now.
shit. No, seriously though, like they just keep hitting us with crazy stuff.
New cat.
Like why?
So look. Today episode we gonna talk about something like
we talking about mental health though. Mental health is like something super serious inside like our culture. It's something that everybody go through, whether they think they don't go through it or not. A lot of people like disguise it as like normal.
Most definitely.
A lot of stuff is like not really normal. And like I'm not saying you's a mental health advocate though, but you know I see you post a lot about mental health and stuff like that. Like would you say that like you not going through something, but can you say that you can relate to?
I can most definitely. I go through it, and I grow through it.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? I had to learn to grow through it because I just used to go through it before I learned to grow through it. So I would really be in a space like I'm depressed or I'm going through something, and I just literally like sit there or just be in just a seclude like just cut everything off. You feel me? So like it just like. I had to learn to grow through it instead of just going through it. Because when you go through something, you consistently go through it and go through it and go through it. But when you go through something and you learn to grow through it, my grandma told me that. It's a difference.
Shout out to grandma.
Shout out to grandma.
Just going through it is just basically just letting the time pass until you heal. But growing through it is like that'll probably stop the next time you ever get in that situation. You get the experience from it. Like and that's like that's a good thing to say. Like because like have y'all ever felt like y'all like had something and then lost it? Like had something, rather if it's like a high paying job or rather if it's like a car or a house or just a relationship. Like you ever felt like y'all was like down bad, and you know how was y'all feeling when y'all actually went through that? So
I'm gonna go back into like 2017. So during around the time of 2017 that me and my brothers and my mom, my family was getting evicted from the projects. So at that time we had to all split up. This is like one of the first times as a family we really had to split up. So that was definitely like a tough time for us going through our my mental state. And it was also my senior year at Temple, so you already know how I go. Like, I got a lot on my mind technically, because I'm about to get evicted. And on top of that, I'm still in school. Right. And I remember like the public housing authority to be, technical. They wanted a certain amount of money for us to stay there. So I remember this, I'm Muslim. So I remember this whole summer, this had to be like, Ramadan was in July, so you imagine how it is in July. Like,
right.
It's 100 degrees now, and it's in August. Like, you get what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm fasting. I'm working 2 jobs all day. I'm fasting, man.
Stress.
And on top of that, y'all got kicked out your house.
Kicked out. I'm still trying to, do school. Cause I was doing summer classes at the time as well. Long story short, we get the money up. They see what's in an account. They ask for more. So my older brother basically was like, "Why would we give him this? We don't own nothing. Let's just buy a crib." Which was the smartest thing ever. So like, but going through that time mentally, it was like different because like I said before, I was never split up from my brothers that much. You get what I'm saying? More so my parents, my brothers that much.
Mm-hmm.
And then on top of that, like everybody in the neighborhood know what happened too. So you got to deal with that too as well. And that's always been the thing, like I guess like embarrassment. That affects a lot of people mental health too. Because a lot of times,
Tonka and them got kicked out their house. What they do?
What they do, like what I mean? A lot of times people don't do stuff because they don't want to get embarrassed. Like what I mean? So that pride thing come in, but. I was more so as like now we look at it as a blessing because we homeowners, I still fought through it, and now look, I have a degree. I'm a young black man with a degree. I actually have a great career job that I don't like talk about.
That's a blessing.
All the time.
Absolutely, that's good though because like Ju said, you grew through that.
Yeah,
all y'all grew through that, like
most definitely.
But how was like what was your mental like actually like being in that situation? Like what was you? Besides the embarrassment and stuff, like what was like really going through your head, and if you can speak for your family, what was they going through? Because that had to be a tough time, like 'cause getting kicked out the house and like that gap in between getting your new house. It was a gap. Explain that gap. Like where was y'all like staying?
So I can't speak for everybody, my family members, because I do know now at the age I am that everybody experiences things different in life, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Us three could be here and we could see the same thing that happened and all had different views
perspectives
about
of it, yeah.
Right.
So I can't speak for them, but I'm gonna speak for myself. I know like in that moment, like to me, I didn't grow through that actually. I just like went through it. Like it's just like a day-to-day thing. So but in my mindset, I just kept like telling myself like I gotta make myself 100% available to do anything I need to do to help me get out of it. Right. Not the mental state. I'm talking about out of this jam.
So you saying that you didn't grow through it? That mean that like mentally, if God forbid, if it was to happen today or tomorrow, you'll be traumatized again?
No, I don't.
Then I think you grew from it.
So yeah, in hindsight, I grew from
it.
Yeah. And you said in the moment, I'm just like, yo, I gotta solve this problem.
Right.
And the problem is we need money, we need a house. I gotta continue to go through school to graduate. And I wound up graduating when my senior year was straight A's, bro. Like going through all this.
That's good.
I graduated straight A's. Like me and my brother went with my aunt. Me and my older brother went with my aunt. My younger brother went with my other aunt, and my mom stayed with my grandma. You get what I'm saying? So it come from like being there with each other every day to like seeing my little brother up at Temple and now we going two separate ways.
Right.
We're not going to the same crib that we was doing our whole life. Now we going two separate ways, and not because we chose to do it. It was because we was forced to do it. You get what I'm saying? That's a difference when you are forced to do something that you are not ready to do.
Right.
So that was kind of different too, man.
Takes you out your comfort zone, don't it?
Yeah, and then talking on the phone with him, like I be talking every day now, but back then I'm like, wow,
that
I
was
talking
different.
On the phone.
Right. We grew up together all in the house. Now we all separated and we got
used to screaming upstairs
so
at him.
Like something so small bro, like
it affects you big.
You going to the store? Can you grab this for me?
Yeah.
It's not even there no more.
Right.
Like, you get what I'm saying? That connection wasn't even there for a minute. And then I remember sometimes like I would stay out. I was like, damn, where you at? Like I would be out every day. Excuse me, y'all, at a different at a different girl crib every day because I didn't feel comfortable for staying in my aunt's house because I was going through that. So I used to stay out at Chick's.
No, I got a similar experience to that though. When I feel like I say this a lot though, but I hit rock bottom when I lost my job. Like, y'all know that I was used to having a job for, 7 years or whatever the case at that point. Right. But when I lost my job, I hit rock bottom. And I'm going to be 100% honest. Like the first 2 weeks, it felt weird because, that was my body coming off of a 7-hour schedule a 7-year schedule where I'm working 40 hours a week. So the first 2 weeks, I just felt like a slob. Like I'm not really doing nothing. And then, to be honest, after that, it was fun because that's kind of like a vacation almost. Right. You know what I mean? So those weeks turned into months.
Right.
So those months, and I was messing with different chicks at the time, and I was just over their crib and stuff like that. So it was actually fun until it wasn't. Until I just woke up like, all right, I'm broke now. Like this chick asked me to bring a bottle to her crib. I can't do it no more.
I don't mean to laugh.
No, absolutely. Like
I've been there before. I definitely what you're talking about.
You got the.
It's just something so small as like that.
That's
like
like
yo, before you come, can you bring? You know what I mean? Like
then you like I got to make up excuse to like.
Yeah, exactly. Home, like, and there was time. I remember one specific time. This is like little sidebar. One specific time I couldn't even like the chick ain't want to give me gas money to get there, but I also didn't know how to tell her that I needed it. Like,
I need it.
So you know how that you joke about it first, like, girl, I ain't wasting my gas for you. I only got $2 of this take right now.
Right.
You know what I mean? But like you kind of like, and that's a double standard. I'm gonna look in the camera. That's a double standard with men and girls, because girls can just openly just tell the guy like, yeah, I need, you know,
I don't got no gas.
The pressure that y'all put on us,
I don't got no food.
we can't say that. Like the chick gonna tell me, never mind. But you know, back to the story though, like that was more so my hard point. And at the time, I was living with my sister,
right?
And you know, me and my sister start going through it. Me and my sister started going through it at the time, like, and that's when I like really started to feel like a burden, like not just her, but with people around me and you know, stuff like that. But with my sister, it kind of like it hit different, because my sister was definitely taking care of the crib, you know, paying all the bills, and you know, and we was homeowners at the time, so you know, anything that happened in the crib, she was taking care of it, and I'm just sitting here twiddling my thumbs with different chicks up under me every night. So I completely understand her frustration in hindsight. But, you know, at the time, like, you know, it was like a whole bunch of passive aggressive energy where, you know, she not saying nothing directly to me, but you feel the energy, like, you know, you feel like a slob, like
black moms.
You know, like like she's slamming doors and you know, slamming doors and just don't, you know what I mean, just
giving you that look.
Yeah. Like, so when I got into it with my sister, I shout out to, you know, the Brown family. I ended up moving in with Tonka.
Yeah.
And you know, being there like that really like made me realize, like,
because they
I gotta get it together. And the reason why I didn't go back to my mom, because it was more so like a mental thing where like you said, how you used to like stay out every night, you know, from your aunt's house.
Right.
I used to stay out I didn't want to go to my mom's house because I felt like that was a step back.
Right.
You know what I mean? Granted, I didn't take the full step by moving in by myself after my sister, but I feel like my sister was a next step from my mom.
Right.
Exactly. It was easier to say that I live with my sister opposed to saying, yeah, I still live with my mom. Right. So I just didn't want to go backwards. So I thought the best decision, you know, I talked to him and, you know, they let me move in, but I felt like a burden over there too. You know what I mean?
Wasn't though. We explained that. We had plenty of talks about that.
But to add insult to injury with that, with my chop job, my children's hospital job, I was actually waiting around for that job to come through. And I remember I was still living at your house, and you remember too. That message came through on my birthday, February 7th. That said that unfortunately we cannot move forward with your application. That broke my heart.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I'm staying at, you know, Tonka house, and
they
I'm
looking
going
for
my sister the whole time. I know that I got a plan in my head. Like, all right, I'm gonna squash it with my sister, and I'm gonna be back cool within myself soon as I get this job and I get that first paycheck. So when you waiting for something and then something just like, you know, it just didn't come. That really it put me back. Yeah. I did everything but cry, and I don't got nothing against crying though, but I just couldn't do it.
Yeah,
I got everything, you know, I did everything but cry. That. But you know, going forward, it ended up working out, and I talked to the lady, and you know, happy story. I got back with my sister. We ended up like getting cool. And
so you felt comfortable. It's crazy that you say that. You felt more comfortable at your friend's house, your brother's house, than you were comfortable at your own sister's house, the person that you came out the same womb, and the person that you lived in the same household with since kids to adulthood. Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, and it's always like that though. It's not crazy, but it's always like that. And I don't mean to say that. You more comfortable with your dog.
Yeah. No, but look, I'm not saying that I wasn't comfortable living with my sister. I love living with my sister. She actually taught me a lot of things. Right. But like when it got to a point where I feel like, you know, when the stakes was high and you know, it was a whole bunch of animosity. Like I said, in hindsight, I understand that, because it just looked like, all right, there's one thing me holding you down because you ain't got a job, and like you used to always having a job, like so. This is everybody falling hard times, so I don't mind, you know, paying the bills until you get it together, but. She probably looked at it as like, oh, you got a different girl over here every night. And over there, and I see pizza. And how you get that bottle and stuff like that? But you can't
do this. Your priorities is
can't pay for. Yeah, absolutely. I told you at that time I was mentally having fun. And, you know, in hindsight, I was like, I guess I was like taking advantage of my sister. I wasn't doing it.
Not intentionally.
Not intentionally. I wasn't doing it, but I can see how she looked at it.
Right.
So
because you're not looking at it like that.
It turned into like animosity and stuff like that. So, you know, when I moved over there, and then when I ended up getting cool back with her, and you know, we moved back, there was like a whole different, whole different wake up call. But I advise this to the people who like, you know, still live with their parents or still live with like siblings or stuff. Like, it's absolutely nothing wrong with it. But anytime you get to a point where you uncomfortable or anytime like somebody come in and it change your mood or they drinking your juice and you got to write your name on your juice, when you uncomfortable, that mean leave.
Right.
You know, grown people, like, if you in an uncomfortable situation like that, that just means it's time for you to go. Ain't got nothing to do with the person. It's their house at the end of the day.
No cap.
If you not comfortable no more, or they giving off these weird vibes or crazy vibes, just get up and leave. It's your time to go.
I had a crazy, you know, I don't. So, you know, my cousin, he had got murdered, and
I'm sorry to hear that.
I appreciate that. And, you know, I was literally staying at his house, you know, like I normally do. And I will always stay there and come down there from Maryland. Mm-hmm. But when I come down South Philly, I don't be wanting to stay at my mom's house in Southwest because I'm grown, and plus it's in Southwest. I want to be in South Philly. Right. So I'm more comfortable at my cousin Raheem's house and I can stay there. But people change, you know, and it was to the point where as though she would tell her family after the janaza, Raheem's cousin, he's going to stay here and da-da-da-da. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to stay here and make sure she cool. And my wife even said, yeah, you know, you can stay there and make sure she cool. But everybody gets tired of people. And it ain't like I needed to stay there, but it was just like I was there for her. And I never said I was staying there. She said it to her family from down south. And then I just was like going with the flow. Like, yeah, I'm going to stay down there like I normally.
Oh, so you think that you were staying there for support, and she think that you were staying there for support.
Like, yeah, for me, like, right, and it wasn't that because in South Philly I can go at anybody's house and, you know, because everybody loved me, but you know, it was just like she was like, it was like once she, you know, everything was over, everybody left. She like, my son, you know, he got his license to carry. She just got her license. She got her license to carry. And her cousin took her to buy a gun. And I even helped with the passcode to the box to lock it up. She like, I'm like, I'm about to start this job out Maryland, you know, stuff like that. And I'm like, I'm leaving Thursday. She know I was leaving. So early in the day, I'm sitting on the step, and you know, I'm leaving later on that day. You know what she tells me? Yeah, I'm about to go to my girlfriend's house, and I don't want nobody in my house. Mm-hmm. I'm like, okay. I just grabbed my bag and I just like went to my.
You knew what it was. You ain't go back, did you?
No, I never went back. I never went back.
But Devil's Advocate. This what this podcast is called. Playing Devil's Advocate, right? What type of like roommate was you? I say roommate, like, or tenant. Like, what type of like person was you? Like, did you like not clean up after yourself? Was you paying bills? Did you have like company in, like every time she walked in, it smelled like weed, and you got a guy laying on the couch? Like, was it one of those situations?
So it was like this, you know, I would get her a pack of cigarettes, or you know, I might get her nails done, give her $40 to get her nails done, stuff like that. I sweep and mop before she get downstairs. Let me tag in real fast. So you saying it was more like a down bottom, like you felt down at the bottom, like mentally because like your cousin passed away, or was it like a down at the bottom where, you know, you had to stay there? It was like mentally, I miss my cousin, and it's just like I feel lost, and it's just like I'm waiting for him to come.
How did you overcome that? Did you feel like you did? Do you feel like you got better, or
I didn't?
Is it still the same?
Still the same. I still wait for him.
Sheesh.
Mm-hmm. I still wait for him.
You got like any other examples of you like hitting down bottom, or because I do know that, like, I was gonna say this part of the intro, like, it's very impressive to grow a platform to have 142. You good, bro? You can take a second. I can take a second.
No, it's good. It's good. You know, I wear it. It's life.
Yeah.
You know, we been through it. We all been through it. Yeah. We all go through it.
Absolutely.
And you know, we all lost people. I've been there when you lost people.
Yeah.
You know, it's South Philly small, so we all see that. But I done hit some very low points, whereas though, you know, you see me before I went viral with the not the YUTTAZ video. Mm-hmm. I had got shot. Me beefing with people that I grew up with. That really fucked my mental up. Me having to go to war with people that I've grew up with, went to school with. His mom knows my mom. Same complexion as me. Same ethnicity as me. That messed my mental up because it's like I'm watching people die that I was once friends with.
That you like
That's
I don't mean to cut you off.
That was crazy. That was something that like I really like you opened that door. That was something that I really like wasn't ex Tonka. I wasn't even gonna go that direction.
We not
But that's so real. Like I'm debating on like keeping it in there or not.
Because that's real,
because
right?
that is enough to fuck up somebody's mental. I can only imagine how you felt when you feel like you probably had to pick a side.
And I, you know, our hoods were naturally meant to beef before we were born. That's a fact.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Your father was not supposed to like my dad. My mom was not supposed to like your mom. Our kids are not supposed to like each other. We're from different projects.
Right.
We all going through the same thing though. We're all on Section 8. We're all struggling.
Facts.
You feel me? We all see each other on Christmas, holidays, all that.
Yeah.
We all grew up together, seen each other. We all even
Same
grew up at the
school,
church,
bro.
a masjid, and at the same church. You feel me? So it's like I'm fighting people that I love, that I once loved. It hurts.
It got to the point where like I can really only can imagine how you felt going through that because Juju, if you wanted to say that you was from the projects, wouldn't nobody debated that.
And it was, you know,
of course, growing up, you always
said it, but it was never in to throw it in your face. Like it was always to be like, you know,
but this,
you know,
this is where I'm at. Like you get.
But this is it's not where I'm from. It's where I'm at, and I always loved where I was at, and I always loved where I was from.
Things happen organically because we talked about this, bro. We didn't want to even go down this
we
road.
Didn't want to go down this road because that's not what this podcast is about.
Like we not even gonna put the hood names in there. If people know, they know. Like you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I wanted it to be straight in their face because it's
that's
like
why we respect it. Like
it's like
respect it because like and with your cousin like that was recent. I was talking to him like I can't even bring that up. You get what I'm saying? Everybody knew him. Like you get what I'm saying?
You feel me?
Well,
like,
love, bro. Respect it. Like
he went to school down your way.
Yeah,
he got his name in basketball from y'all from Furnace.
That's what I'm saying. So like all, and it's not just to you. This is like to everybody. Imagine how everybody out there that might not be like really in the midst of it, but you're around it. These are people you grew up with.
Mm-hmm.
This how we feel sometimes. Like literally, this is how we feel. Like I can't even post this person, say hi to this person, or chill with this person because what comes with that.
Because of the affiliation.
When they say love will get you killed, I didn't understand it for a while, and you know, love will get you killed because I can love someone and post them, and they can be hated by a whole nother hood that fuck with me, but they don't love me, but they fuck with me to a certain extent to the point. Whereas though, if I post a nigga that I fuck with, that they don't fuck with, that they beefing with, they won't do nothing to me, but they'll kill him.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? So it's just like family killing family, and it's just like something has to change. But I can't change nothing. What can I do?
Just get out the way.
But get out the way and do what I do and take care of me and my family. But at the same time, as I'm doing that, I'm seeing people
separate.
And not only separate, never come back.
Oh, yeah.
You feel me? It's like, it's just too many lives. Like,
but
they seen something that changed their life forever, right?
And that's why it goes like this podcast is about, right? Mental health, and that's why you need to go get a lot of people now. They need to go get professional help, right? Because these emotions that we feeling and suppress, like I said before in the other podcast, if you can't control your emotions, bro, like that's really life for 25 to 50.
Facts.
Somebody really bearing you 6 feet because you're gonna make a decision, and that split second that's gonna change your life forever and everybody around you. No matter if I don't know if people think about the consequences before pulling that trigger or not pulling it, right? You know what I mean? I think a logical person, if you think about it, you won't do it. But that's why I say logical, because it comes with the mental health. To all the young brothers out there that's in the streets, and it's a lot of y'all, but you know, not no corny-ish. Like y'all really needed to just go through therapy, man. Just
no,
talk to people.
But it's shit. If they won't sit and talk to their woman, because that's, you know, a lot of women be like, just talk to me. It'd be hard, but, you know, I don't want you to look at me no different. And I be trying to tell my wife that, and
That's
I
the
don't,
thing.
you feel me? So, and that be the thing. You know, women take things differently.
Yeah. It's judgment, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, when it comes to therapy, bro, it's private.
Right.
So whatever feelings you let out between you and the other person, is no judgment. They don't even know who you are.
Right.
They don't even know. Most of them, they went to school, they got their master. So 9 times out of 10, they can't even pinpoint relate to what you're going through in your world. But mentally, they understand. They understand feelings. They understand emotions. They understand behavior. You get what I'm saying? They might not have to live what we would live through, but they can understand behavior. You get what I'm saying? So I know you say you might want to talk to your woman, but sometimes I think a lot of us shy away talking to women because it's judgment.
Facts. And you know, some women, women will take that, and you can get into an argument with a woman and they can say, one of your bitch ass just crying yesterday about how you homie.
Yeah, you ain't do shit.
Yeah.
You feel me?
I get what
That's
you're saying.
crazy.
I mean,
I get what
too.
you're saying. Is that, but I can't put that on all women.
Not all
No,
women,
not
but
all.
you know,
For one, like I knew for a fact, like I gotta say it, like my sister not like that, and
Yeah.
my girl not like that. But it's
Shout out
definitely
to
girls
them.
out there.
yeah,
like
right,
that.
shout out to them.
And of course, I put them through the test though. Like you don't give them the heavy stuff in the beginning, though.
Right.
And it's just advice for people too who's dating too. Like you got to really get to know who the person is. Like
Facts.
You don't give them heavy stuff in the beginning. You give them like little stuff just to see if it swing back around though. But you know what I mean? Then you give them more and more. But I put my women in my life through the test, and they pass that every single time. Mm-hmm. Whenever I say something or being vulnerable about a situation, it never comes back around until I bring it back up.
That's good, but now look at how, like how Kevin Hart say, laugh at my pain. That mental, how we turn that bad mental into jokes and say laugh at my pain.
That's real rap. That's part of the culture.
That's part of the culture now.
Yeah.
You seen the fight I got into. I got into a fight and went viral because of why? Because I'm popular on Instagram now. If I got into that fight and nobody knew me, it wouldn't have went viral.
We was talking about, look, bro, I love you to death. We was talking about that too, and you wasn't even gonna bring that up because
no, I want to bring up everything
out of respect for the brand. Like you get what I'm saying, for
right?
the brand, and we knew how that could have hit your brand. Even though we just was being like hood niggas, I want to laugh. It's funny, like just if I would like, you know what I mean? That's just how the hood is.
Yeah, how did that make you feel? Like, was it more so like was it more so like, man, that's part of the game, or was it like
it was more so like I blamed myself because I was getting, like I said, when you asked me my lowest point in life, I've been lower than low, like that y'all never seen. I've been on to the point I've been on pills so bad that my wife, I tried to quit pills one day and it gave me a reaction to where as though I felt I was going crazy, and it was the wintertime. It was like 3 a.m. My wife used to have to
withdraw.
That withdrawal, and I was running up Broad Street trying to take my clothes off.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? That mental wasn't good. My wife was crying because she never seen that before. And when we first got together, I never told my wife I get high off of pills. I would buy her.
So that situation you went through, was that around the time of after the fight?
I was. You know what's crazy?
Give me like a timeline.
So the timeline, I went down there, the neighborhood, to see my cousin, and it was just, I was high off of lean, Percocets, and it was just when the hoods was going through what they were going through in the beginning, and he said something to me, and I was playing with him, and I thought he was playing, but
that's how you.
And then I threw the snowball, and we was bitten, and he took it serious, and I'm so fried. I ain't even, bro. Just like we start arguing, and then
you ain't peeped the energy because you was high.
Yeah, and when he punched me, I said, I like that. And I put my hands up, and I was so high.
It's already a rap.
It's already a rap. I said, I said it to myself. I said,
OG, man.
OG. All right. And I want to say this. Rest in peace to that man. And, I never wanted to harm him after that, because it was many times I done seen people down there where we're at. I done had to stop them from getting their behinds whipped from certain people. And And I never was like, oh, let me record this or put this up there. I done seen people get knocked out down there. I don't have that.
There we go. That's what I was saying. Like, was it more so like, oh, that's part of the game, or
yeah,
was it like
it was like it's part of the game?
I'm hurt because they didn't have to record that.
It was like I was kind of hurt too as well. It was like y'all was like fuck me. I felt as though y'all said fuck me, so it was fuck y'all for like. For a minute, yeah. For a minute, not y'all, but like them niggas around there that was recording. It was fuck you. It was fuck my cousin. It was fuck the niggas that I knew. It was fuck you, cause you wanted me to hurt that bad, and you know what I got going on. I'm doing something positive out here. I'm cracking fucking jokes. Yeah, I might get high. I might do what I do, like we all do, but that's where I fucked up at because.
So you're saying you wouldn't have recorded a random fight if you found it funny? You wouldn't have recorded it and posted it?
I wouldn't have recorded a nigga that I know fighting a crackhead, a dope fiend.
Yeah, I mean, as grown as men.
Then you know, like I don't do shit to niggas. I'm not even in the beef.
So
you feel me? It was just I felt as though niggas was trying to taunt me because they didn't like who I was related to, and that was fine because I let life deal with people. A person told me, a person will try to get you to crash out. You got to kill that nigga. He embarrassed you. Then it wasn't that he did what he did. It was just that y'all were egging him on. Y'all were. Oh, he's post this. Oh, fuck that nigga. Da-da-da. We doing this. Da-da-da. That wasn't the only time we fought. That man came up 22nd and Oakford after I DM'd him. We got into another fight. Hard.
So
you feel me? So the fight that I'm not showing that. I know I can rumble, but I'm not showing that. I don't need to prove nothing.
Yeah.
My dad and him like this. I loved him for real.
No, real.
And we had conversations after that.
So that's that's I can see like where it went at like mentally because you at that time you already had like some type of status on like on social media, you was kind of going rival already. So for them to put that out there, I could see how you're like, damn, bro, like, all right,
damn,
it happened what it happened. We could bid. I could even threw it in the group chat at me, like, you know what I mean? We could laugh about it, but it's just certain things that didn't go up there. But you just also gotta be mindful. It wasn't everybody that supported that either.
I know
everybody didn't throw it up there. You get what I'm saying? Everybody didn't get it. Sometimes niggas really don't know.
Right.
Like I really like you talk to some people like some people really don't know. Like man, I just did it because I thought it was funny.
Yeah, right. That was that. A lot of people just see fights and just think that.
But I wasn't.
That you're supposed to do.
Like, I don't think that was like a personal attack on your brand.
But I never been in that light before. You done seen when I got into a fight with niggas, and I always was used to winning. When you're used to winning fights or not getting in the fights, and then when you do, you win or shit like that.
So that's what it's about. So you saying Benz though, like
I lost. I didn't want to lose. I didn't like to lose.
So if you won the fight, it would have been different.
Fuck yeah.
It's still his brand, bro. That's
my brand. They know. Now I don't get high no more. Yeah. I'm 2 years clean. The last fight I got into, my man, and I apologized to my homie because they ain't us.
Yeah.
He said he was going to smack the shit out of me. We got into it, punching on each other. I'm not losing ever again. Care who you is, what you is. That was my fault, but it's to the point now, it's like, you going to look stupid out there, grown-ass man, putting your hands up, fighting your homies. Now everybody know a way to get to y'all. Yeah. So I apologize to my man. That wasn't that. You feel me? I'm a grown-ass man. We out here fighting that. We say we love each other every day. Be safe. You can get killed at any moment. And we out here fighting. Goofy shit. That's goofy, bro.
You said something, bro, that kind of like touched me because maybe we was out there talking, right, about using drugs. You get what I'm saying? About using drugs to, I said that I used to smoke weed a lot to forget times. Like, you know what I mean? Whatever I was going through, I was like a chain smoker. Like, you know what I mean? You know how some people do it with cigarettes back to back, back to back. Like, if I'm in a house, I used to...
The past time?
Well, because it keep my mind off of what I was going through. You get what I'm saying?
It do.
So
it do.
That made me quit. So, like, I'm 2 years clean from smoking weed because whatever I'm going through, I felt like I had to face that head on. Like, you know what I mean? To mentally grow. Like, you get what I'm saying? I only said it because I know a lot of young a lot of young boys is on P's, or smoke weed all day, or drink lean to.
What's P's?
Percocets.
You know what I mean? To
I know the word.
Right.
You just wanted us to elaborate more.
You're right.
A lot of people don't know what P's are.
To mask that pain, to hide that pain, but all you're doing is really killing yourself slowly.
Most definitely, and
you hurting yourself slowly,
and everything around you, because people are watching you disappear slowly but surely. The more drugs you do, the more weight you lose, especially with any heroin or opioids, or any substance of crack cocaine, or anything.
They're saying you slowly deteriorate.
They see you slowly deteriorate, so and you might not really pay it no mind with yourself, but then when you look in that mirror after I would look at myself and be like, I'm so skinny. I never been skinny a day in my life. I always been big. Y'all know me to always be big. I'm skinny. I'm a little slim now. Yeah, but it's like
he say you a little slim stick. Go ahead.
Yeah, a little slim. You know what I mean? Nigga, I gotta say, that's the first time I ever said that. I feel good, but it's just like I had to, really sit there and be like, come on. Like, my girl, I call her my wife because I speak it into existence. Yeah. And I think I'm just too old to be sitting there saying that's my girl. I say that's my lady, that's my love, that's my rib. But for me to sit there and say that's my girlfriend, I feel like I'm in middle school, high school. So I just don't use it. But my wife was
nigga.
Right.
No, right. Thank you for saying my line.
Yeah, I know, because he said that he when I was talking about my girl on my last podcast, he straight heavy with it.
He's a simp. But
no, but I'm supposed to be
that way.
I respect it because I speak like that about my chick.
So. Yeah, my girl was gonna leave me.
That was your wake up call to everything.
That and her wanting me to do better for me, not for her, but for me, cause I know she can be good by herself. She's a Gemini. She can hustle and do her, and she leave me today, tomorrow she's fine. Now I don't know, mentally, but physically, financially, she will be fine. You feel me? Nobody's going to be good mentally if they leave something they love and they had to leave because of that person. So, it was like, am I going to change because she wants me to? Or am I going to change because she wants me to for me? And do I want to change? At first, I didn't, because in order to change, you have to change because you want to and for yourself. And she had to learn that. And once she learned that, she was like, you got to want to change. You got to want to not get high. You got to want to get yourself together. I got a son. Mm-hmm. You feel me? And I'm sitting here spending thousands of dollars.
Them drugs ain't cheap, bro.
I was paying $60 to $50 for one Percocet. That's a perk 30. It can cost you in the pandemic. This one the pandemic came, so we were paying $60 to $65 for a Percocet. I take 6 to 7 30s in the daytime, and at night I might take 4 or 5.
That's your height of your.
That's every day. I blew through $200,000. I was getting
You said $200,000 or
$200,000. Almost 200. I can say almost $200,000
because
think
about he just said 6 a day in a breakfast. That's just for breakfast. I'm eating 6.
Saying $60. Saying $60.
That's $360 right there, and then $360 at night. So he spent it over.
You gotta understand,
that's not even counting weed.
Right, I'm doing a PPP loan with my LLC, getting thousands back.
Getting illegal though. Getting illegal.
Illegally. No, it wasn't illegal. I got a legit LLC. Yeah, I'm not getting hundreds of thousands. I'm getting because you gotta understand, I'm getting $2,500 for a skit. I'm just imagine what I'm getting for a walkthrough or to host
something, right?
Then I'm traveling to Atlanta. Then when I'm there, I'm like, I'm in the city and people love me. They like, how much you want for a skit? I was in Atlanta. I made about like $5,000 when I was in Atlanta from off of doing skits. And when I would be happy leaving, but that money would go to my get high when I'm there and when I'm on my way home. And it was just breaking me. And it was to the point I didn't love myself. I really didn't love myself. And I can sit here and say that I'm really playing catch up, because it was like I felt God was punishing me for getting high and taking my gift for granted. Mm-hmm. And when I pray, I always apologize, because I'm playing catch up, and I feel as though I would be somewhere else if I wasn't so. I'm a real hood nigga.
But so you said you feel like it was to a point where God was punishing you. Did you feel like God was punishing you when your page first got hacked?
I felt yes, because
we all know, like, you from the YUTTAZ video, you built your brand up to 142,000 followers.
That's crazy.
And that's crazy, and that's not normal for people to have. People not used to having that attention and those followers. Like, I know it probably hurt your mental, because it would have hurt mine, because it's different when you post a video and then 10 seconds you repost it, you already got 536 likes. And 36 comments, like, within that one refresh. Like, that's different. So
right.
So to go from there, like, all the way up there, to having to start all the way over at zero, and you did it 3 times.
And especially, like,
5.
You talk about
five
times.
And
you talk about financially too, because if that's your means of making money. So if this page had 142, I'm making bread off it, then I lose it. I got to build back up. So now I'm not
the money. I don't want to confuse you with the question. Like, the money, I think the money add a different layer to it. I'm just talking about just that shot of dopamine your brain get when you get a whole bunch of likes on stuff.
Yeah,
that shot of dopamine is like literally the same thing that addicts get when they get their first high, or cigarette smokers get when they spark their first.
I pretty much.
It's just that shot of, like, instant gratitude that your brain get, like, that don't last long.
That same high when that same joint when you sick and you ain't got your shot, your Percocet in you, and when you get your shot, you want to just do stuff and you just happy and you feel good.
Yep.
I got that same high from Instagram, because I'm
like I said, that dopamine where
you
refresh it, and
it's boosting me, because every 5 minutes I post a video in the morning and it's got 100,000 views and 1,000 and something comments within half an hour.
12 o'clock.
Yeah, by 12 o'clock. So it's just like, wow, like, people are attracted and paying attention to me, and it gives you an ego. It gave me an ego, and to the point where, as though I thought I was the shit and I was invincible with certain things, and when I wasn't high, I felt regular. When I was high, I wasn't myself.
So describe the feeling you was going through when you first lost it. I'm talking about the first time. You said 5 times. I'm talking about the very first time.
That first time I lost it,
because we all seen it. Like, you was in a vulnerable state. You was emotional. You put a video up there. And of course you probably had, like, people judging, like, oh, it's only Instagram. But I do know that, like, people judge what they don't understand. Yeah, so it's like you never been in a situation to have 142,000 followers to get one refresh within 1 minute, to have 1,000 and something likes and comments. So that's easy for somebody to say that, oh, that's weird for him getting emotional.
Just imagine having the best hot dog stand in the projects. The best hot dog stand in the projects. And everything is taken from you, and the people around that area, they only know and they cheer for you, they love you, they only know you. You feel me? And it's just all gone. And then, but it's other hot dog stands that, now they're coming in your area.
Yeah.
All right. So with that analogy, you saying that, like, imagine, like, basically, like, just
all the other comedians got their page.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's you ain't like, because.
No.
Coming up when he would start doing this joint.
I was before the niggas in the city. I was before a lot of. The only nigga that was really before me.
Bring it back to the mic.
The only person that was before me was YUTTAZ and Dame Dollars and
Asia Star, but
Asia Stars.
In your era when you really started.
My era, I was just it was a couple of other people.
That Asia Star joint used to hurt me because my name Brahim. Every time certain people used to say, they was like, Raheem.
You were saying you look like.
No, but there was a girl on there that always said Raheem.
No cat.
So, like, that's how people used to call me.
Yeah. No, no cat.
But my bad. Go ahead. I just had to say that out
there.
But
no, yeah, they was, and it was people that came out when I came out, but they wasn't me. Mm-hmm. I really set the tone where, as though, all right, he might do what I do, but I do what I do plus more. He can't sing. He can rap. I can rap too, but he can't sing. He can't act like me. He can't do improv like me.
Yo, so like, how did that make you feel mentally? Like when you like really lost the 142,
I felt
you had to
like
get it back. Like, and then you see other people like really going up for it.
so I had, I was, when you getting high every day and then your sorrows, but you still doing skits. See, God, I felt as though God was like punishing me, but it was days I'd be so high, I was like, all right, God on my side. Cause then I get a call like, Sweat Boy SSC, yo, come out Jersey. I go right out Jersey. Boom, 15K. Boom, 20K. Then I'm back at 100 bands within like 2-3 months. I just built this page up. I'm at 101K. I just lost that month. They just took it from me.
Why they keep taking your pages?
Because of me. Because I would post marijuana. The community guidelines. I was going against community guidelines, and I was more so taking money and worried about making money more than my craft and who wanted promo and things like that. And sometimes I still fall short with that, but not with the drugs, but with the the promo and stuff like that. But I had to stop a little bit, because it was just like, people don't come to my page to see promotions. They come to see me. They come to me. They come to see me make them laugh because they're going through shit, or they just want to laugh. Yeah. So I started, I'm gonna do my skits at night or in the morning, and as soon as I'm done my skits, I post 6 o'clock in the morning. So the first thing you wake up, that's what you see. But it hurt me so bad every time. Not every time, but that first time, I was like, I felt lost. Like I cried.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Because when you haven't had no, I didn't play football, I didn't play basketball, I wasn't.
I know where you're going with this.
You feel me? So it was just like
you had nothing
else. It's like, what? Like, God, what am I good at? Like, what can I do? Like, and then I had God. It was in my face the whole time, and I didn't know like that. I was the funny one. Yeah. I was hilarious, and once people were like, yo, you funnier than them people on Instagram, you should start doing it. And I started doing it, and y'all see me go viral. But it was like, as soon as I got it, I lost it, because I wasn't doing things right. And it's like every time I mess up, it was like God will take it from me and make me start over. And that built my character, because now I just start over. Anything in life, I use it in life. Nothing is forever.
Facts.
You don't think God think you stupid because you had to learn 5 times?
I think that he knows I'm a stupid, hard-headed mother lover. And you don't want to do blasphemy, huh? I talk to God more than I talk to God like I'm talking to y'all sometimes. I'll be like, God,
nigga, just hear me out.
Nigga, just hear me out, nigga. Come on, nigga.
Yeah, but
this lottery at 1.5 billion.
To go through, you went through, and like I said, a lot of, like he said, a lot of people can't even understand.
Can't begin to understand.
To have that type of following, and to lose it, like, you get what I'm saying. So the first thing I thought about is money. Like, anybody that know me, to know how many jobs I work, I think off money. Like, just like when I was going through the homeless thing, like, my thing is I got to get money to get out of this. So like, I can't imagine me having 142, but like, yo, on any given day, I got 10 people ask for me to post their stuff. $50 right off of 10 people. That's $500 I just made a day. It's just taking 2 seconds to do this. Go to your page, share. Boop, I'm good.
I would pay my rent in one hour. Like, off of that. Not even a day, just because just an hour.
So you just say pay your rent now. Think about losing your page, doing around the first of the month. Think about losing all them promos. Like, you kept saying, I had to get back.
That's equivalent to losing your job.
Yeah, I had to get back.
I'm gonna say this. I might have lost the pages, but I was so high at the point when I was getting high. It was like, that first time I lost my page, it wasn't nothing, but I cried and I thought it was going to be something. And then once I seen like people like really like looking for me because I was just started, it was like I ain't even had to do nothing. Like, they were finding me. Like, they were checking for me, and it made me big-headed. It made me still that nigga, and I felt that nigga because I'm just having these, anywhere I went, oh, where your page at? Oh, I got a new page. And then everybody giving me shout-outs. So it still was like, all right, you still that nigga. But the first day I lost it, I was just like in a slump, and but other than that, it just, I I fried out my mind to the point I just was just like fuck it, like fuck it, like I'm that nigga. I was feeling myself. You gotta understand.
That's what you was going through when it first happened.
When I first happened, yeah, but like the second times and third times, because it's like, all right, now you was popping the first page, second page, which you just getting high. You're not really caring about the comedy. You post the old skits, but they still loving it. But it's just like you making so much money, you barely have to do skits because people paying me to do this and paying me to do that. I'm making so much money. I'm blowing it. And I remember when a chick will only do what you a man will only do what you allow. And I'm gonna say this: I was messing with a chick and my ex, and we went through what we went through, but I was getting high and shit like that, and like I said, a chick will only do what you allow. But when I got with my girl, people change for who they want to change for. Mm-hmm. Different strokes for different folks. You might have been a nut ass nigga with this chick, but when you got with this chick, it was just like, I'm a man. Right? I'm on man time. And I'm gonna say, I put my girl through a lot. And I put my girl through a lot as far as getting high, and she's not from here. She's from Baltimore. So it's just like, you messing with a Philly dude. Like, it's just like, and I'm from the projects, and I'm, but I'm famous. So it's just like, is she around because I'm famous and dealing with it? Or is she around because she really loves me? And I really got to see that she really loved me. Because I lost it all.
You feel like you was going through.
I lost everything that I like, to the point I didn't speak to my mom in a long time.
Did that put a strain on like some of your relationships too? Like not even just having it and losing it all. Of course you probably seen, behind the curtains of like who the people that was like really, messing with you or not. But even like when you got to your peak of your fame, like did that like put a strain on some of the relationships that certain people like expect more out of you, and did they feel like you changed?
Yeah, I had a situation with my cousin that passed away. I would tell my friends and family, come to my shows. Mm-hmm. Nobody never came to my shows, but nobody never came to my shows. Nobody I knew from South Philly came to my shows. It was all other people. Mm-hmm. And, so when I did, I didn't care sometimes, because that's why I stopped doing stuff in Philly. But
I just like to speak on the other end on that, bro. I remember I was telling him, I was like, you used to follow me on your first page with all them followers. You really used to follow me. I was telling him you used to interact with me.
Yes.
Like I remember I was on live and nigga, you just jumped on my live out the blue, bro. Like where you at, cuz? Like, and then I remember you losing pages and I was following back and I was like, yo, this nigga ain't following me back. But then I started to take a step back, like this is your business. So I realized that because the numbers do look like the numbers is what create revenue. Like to the I think to the natural eyes, or somebody come to your page and see you only following 1,000 people, but you got 200K following you. Well, who is this person? Let me find out. Is this person? And it's like a different look. So after that, like I really didn't even take it personal that you ain't following me. I think I know you in real life.
Right.
So I really don't even care about it anymore because I know you in real life.
But I had people like you that I know all my life that would, like people that I knew like you all my life that would, like I would have people pull up on me like, damn, what's up? I'm like, hey, what's up, cuz? I'm like, why you ain't following me on the gram? I'm like
it's an obligation.
Like it's like I'm obligated to do that. Like I ain't got a million
That's
and
what
one
I was
people.
talking about in that. That's what I was talking about with that question. Like,
okay, so
you feel like did it put strains on relationships?
It did, because then my friends was like, oh, you have to post me. It's my birthday. I want to get seen by the world. Mm-hmm. You have to give me a shout out. Would you care about the shout out if I wasn't who I was? Mm-hmm. If I didn't have all these followers, if Rihanna wasn't following me, because my first page, I talk to Rihanna, I interact with her, I interact with a lot of celebrities. But one thing's for certain, two things for sure, that celebrity game is different. Once you fade away and you're not popping, they forget you. They're on to the next. It's back to continue with my life. You can DM them 1,000,001 times. They will not respond. When you're popping, they will talk to you first. That's how you know you popping, when they approach you first. When you know you famous and you that, when you walk outside, if you can't walk outside and you don't need if you need security, that's how you know you popping. That's why when people like you that, I ain't that yet.
Sidebar. How many celebrities you interacted with?
A lots of them. And
name some.
I'll have to say what DJ
Rihanna.
Clue, Rihanna, Reggie Baby. What's the DJ guy?
Drama.
I met Drama.
Academics.
I never met
DJ
him.
Khaled.
I never met him.
Desi said DJ. I'm trying.
I met Desi Banks, Emmanuel Hudson. You know,
Desi.
Lloyd Banks. I talked to him. He loves my comedy. You know, Martin Lawrence.
Yeah. That's crazy. That's heavy.
He posted me, and then I DM'd him, and I was thanking him, and he said, "You got it. Keep pushing. You are hilarious."
I think he posted that jump. I remember seeing that. That's heavy.
Hold on. Sidebar. What celebrity you want to do a skit with? If you had to pick one person out of the entire world alive, speak that into existence right now on this platform.
It would have to be the Jim Carrey.
Ooh, why Jim Carrey out of everybody?
He's a fucking legend. Jim Carrey or Adam Sandler. I'll say Jim Carrey or Adam Sandler because that's what I grew up off of. I know I'm black.
They both got two different types of humors though. So
I love it.
Why pick Adam Sandler? I love Adam Sandler though, but why pick Adam Sandler though? His sense of humor is more
because he
it's more kiddish.
It's kiddish, but it makes me laugh and
because he feel like he from 9th Street. That's why. And he like I don't know Adam Sandler, but I think he's from 9th Street, bro. Like you know what I mean. So it's like his personality. Like I can see why you say that. Jim Carrey definitely a legend too, though.
Yeah, and I it's just. I just grew up off of them so much, I that's all I seen, was Jim Carrey. Even Eddie Murphy, I grew up off of them too. But it's just more so, it'll be the ones you don't think that'll show you love that you feel me? The ones that you know what I mean, before your own people. So, and I love my white people.
Wait, and what you mean by you said before your own people? Before your own people. We literally had like a podcast in the previous, in the past about support though. Yeah. So what do support mean to you?
It means
like, because me personally, I feel like, people can support people in different ways. I think a lot of people get mad. Tell me if I'm true or false. Like, I think a lot of people get mad because they feel like you not supporting me in a way where I want you to support me in.
Yeah.
But like, support can be me sending, for example, like if it's me and you, support can be me sending your videos to somebody else. I don't gotta necessarily post them, but I can send them around.
That's support.
Yo, bro, look at this. That's support too.
That birthday thing you said, that was some real thing.
I'm gonna say it again. Like on birthday, like you got people that's I watch who I give birthday shout outs to only because I don't post nobody on their birthday because you post one person on your birthday, you gotta post everybody.
So he'll call you.
So I call people personally.
When you get that personal call, it's different, and not everybody thinks like that. See, it's people that's for the people that want to be your relationship to be seen on another level, like you feel me, like or in competition with the person that they think you love more than them, and they want it to be, you feel me?
Make
it about them.
I'm literally thinking about somebody as soon as you said that.
Yeah, like, and it's not that, and it's like you said, so I can call you and won't nobody in the world know I called you and told you happy birthday. And that would mean
like, would you still feel some type of way? Like, not you, but the person. Like, would you still feel some type of way because they called you, opposed to putting it out there? Because, like you said, like, they just want to be seen on another level, seeing that other people know you.
Some people like being seen than personal. Like, that's why it's some people that are private and there's some people that are not. You feel me? There's some people that want to be seen and some people that don't.
Absolutely.
And it's different strokes for different folks. So, like you said. You're right.
Yeah, support is
support.
And in an example, like I said, support. You can support people different ways, even on their birthday. You can post somebody on their birthday. That's one choice. People think that that's the end all be all. If you don't post me, you don't mess with me. That's not true. I can comment on one of your pictures and say happy birthday. I can comment in your DM and tell you happy birthday, which is all the same thing, all on the same level. I still told you happy birthday. Or I can call you and say happy birthday.
But then
all that is the same thing.
But then you got the chicks that don't want that. Like, the fuck I'm going to do with a happy birthday? Like,
hold on, now you going to a whole different realm though, because like, what you talking about, gifts and stuff like that?
What the fuck I'm doing? Happy birthday. What else did you get that person besides a happy birthday?
Oh, you getting a happy birthday? We all grown. Exactly,
but it's just these times have changed. So it's city girls. Fuck broke nigga. What the fuck I'm gonna do with $200? You heard what she said on the song?
I'm scared of them girls.
I'm scared too. That's why I'm married now.
But,
shit,
you know,
I can't afford the one I got.
I don't think none of us can.
Real shit.
But just to bring it back, you know, to the mental health things, like how do you handle it now? You back at 100K. You know, everybody life ain't, you know, perfect, but how are you handling like your mental health now? Like, what do you do anything for self-care? You know what I mean? Do you talk to anybody? Like, how do you move forward now? You know what I mean?
With my mental, it's not all the way there, but I had to learn that, you know, before I talk to a motherfucker, I pray to God and talk to God. I had to learn to pray more than I complain. And sometimes I might almost complain and then I'll be like, let me pray, and I'll feel better. And my mental is still not there. I'm still taking losses, but I don't lay there. And I'm still going through things, but I'm still here. And, you know, like I said, I got my wife to hold me up, and I put my wife through a lot, and she's still here. She's still rocking with me. You know, I hit rock bottom too many times for me to fold and give up now. I done seen too much for me to fold and give up now. I done been at the dirt where people ain't. I wouldn't even wish on nobody. I done felt shit I wouldn't wish on nobody.
Absolutely.
And you know how I feel to be somewhere and not have no support. You know, I'm living in Maryland. I'm out there with my wife and her family. My family don't call me. Nobody call me. I'm out there on my dolo. I can't. Who I'm venting to? So I learned to vent to God. You know, I fell out with my family and stuff like that, and you know, I talk to my family and stuff like that because life's short. But when I know I'm not wrong about something, I stand on it. But
playing devil's advocate as far as about the support thing and the explanation I just said, do you feel like they support you in different ways, or they don't support you at all in no way?
I mean, they support me by telling people that's my son, that's my nephew, and stuff like that.
But that's not enough for you.
I had to learn that my support don't just come from they're not. I don't know, because I can say one thing and then I will feel another way. And then I might change my mind, and then I'll be like, but then you got to look at it like this. Like, they say your support is not going to come from your people. It's going to come from outside.
Absolutely.
But why I got to come from other people? Why I can't come from my people?
I got a podcast really just dedicated to this specific subject. And I'm just going to repeat what I said before. I already give you an explanation of like I feel like support going different ways, but I also understand because and I'm gonna say it again, like I said from the last podcast, I was on I get both sides of it, because before this podcast stuff, I was actually like, I'm gonna say like a normal person with no business. I'm just on there to play, just like everybody else, on there to listen to funny stuff, and yeah, absolutely, I'm still that person. But now what changed? I got a platform. I got stuff that actually do need promotion,
right? Yeah.
You know what I mean? And before, like, I looked at it as like, you know, people not supporting me, and I knew, I ain't gonna say not supporting me, but not posting my stuff, opposed to like, you know, back before I even had this, like I had people that was, you know, rapping, or people that was making clothes, or people that was like doing stuff that I made sure I posted. So now when it was my turn to get posted, I felt like I wasn't like really receiving the same love.
Right.
But I also had to step back and realize, like the example I gave you, I had to realize that like support come in different ways, bro.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So they don't got to necessarily post me, but support can just be them watching or even secretly watching. You giving me a view. You supporting me.
Or praying for you.
Or praying for you. Or
like my grandma and my mom pray for me. So that was my support.
Yeah, so you are getting support in a way out of, you know, Maryland that you probably just didn't like really think about. But also your truth is your truth too. So.
Right. And you know,
I'm just here like to tell you like a different side of it because
right.
it's devil's advocate. And
I just appreciate you giving us the opportunity.
Can I come back?
Absolutely.
Absolutely, bro.
Absolutely.
I invite you back. Nigga, no, but like honestly though, some real rap shit, like, cause you could never have done the podcast episode. And then I know the pressure comes in too. And I was telling you the DM, bro. I'm not looking. I know who you is as a person. If I see you gonna chop it up, it's all love. It's always that. Like that's not a problem. But
right.
I'm also know that I'm a grown ass man with a son.
Right.
So I also know business is always business. Like I said, and no, family is family too. Like, you know what I mean? It's always all love. So I appreciate that anybody that gives us time to come up here and take the time out the day to come sit out here and then be honest. Like a lot of people don't want to be honest on the camera.
I feel like this is my therapy, and I got a chance to have therapy because I don't really get to vent but to my wife and God.
Yeah.
So I feel like, I mean, y'all can see me holding my tears back. I was trying to hold my tears back.
That's good though.
And I get the chills when I talk about certain stuff because it's real. And you know, I'm glad y'all brought me up here. I needed this, and I really got to talk about stuff that I don't never talk about. Like this is my first time ever doing.
Because the pressure on you is to be funny.
Exactly.
Make me laugh. I don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
Make me laugh.
People don't know. Like people don't know. Like my other talents. I can cook. I'm going to be a chef, and you know I'm going.
You can break dance. You was break dancing in the parking lot on ice.
This nigga said he a cook. Out of all things, you a cook?
Yes, I love to cook. I watch the Food Network channels all the time.
I learned how to cook off of YouTube, bro. I'm gonna keep it a bean. I'm gonna keep it a bean.
YouTube too, bro. I want to go to Dubai and eat their street food. I love the Muslim street food.
To bring it back to you when I was we a business, we gotta do research and stuff. So I was talking about your post. You was like, I want to take all my homies out the country, like to Dubai. That was your words.
Hold on, sidebar. He had to like explain that. Yeah, we had to do research because in Philly is dicky.
And
I want
to say research.
And he really did his research.
No, because no cat, but because he was like, that's a whole never joke. He was dicky, and I could
sidebar. Listen, sidebar. Listen. I was running down my intro for you, and he said you was dicky, but no, all your accomplishments and all your accolades that in the beginning, out of respect, of course, you know what I mean.
Yeah,
but if Philly in this anthem couldn't tell him that I wasn't dicky.
All right, say that. You guys say you dicky.
Bro, I just had to say it and still give him his props.
No, but I'm saying I just wanted to say that like you said that like you ain't throw me off. He said no, I had to do my research. No, nigga, you was thinking just like I was.
I was watching the story. So listen, I was doing my research. And what you supposed to do as a technically you're a journalist now, right? I was doing my research.
I'm a real nigga now. But go ahead.
And I see that you was talking about like I want to take all my homies, out the hood. You said out the hood, out the country to like Dubai. So they don't have to worry about anything that's going on in today's in that city. And when I seen it, I'm like, yo, that's some real talk because we talking about we can't even party no more the same without watching our backs.
No. And
we not even into it, like, cause you don't gotta be into it for somebody to shoot you now or bullets, bullets don't got no name. So to have that feeling like, yo, I want to go out the state or go out the country so I can party freely.
What's your religion?
Have a care in the world.
Mm-hmm. What's your religion?
I'm Muslim.
I'm Christian, but South Philly is probably like 80 to 90% Muslim.
Yeah, a lot of.
I grew up, even though I still was at the masjids and they did stuff for the kids in the community. That's where I grew up on Christian Street Masjid on 15th and Christian. But most of my friends are Muslim. Like you're my friend, my brother. You're Muslim. I'm not, but most of my friends are. So that was my mindset and still is. I want them to go to Dubai and pray. I want them to be able to pray over there. And, that would be a beautiful experience for them that they never been. Okay. And, I love people. Sometimes I love more than I love myself. I love people more than I love myself sometimes. I could, give you everything that I have and won't think about it twice if I love you, even if I don't know you. When I don't love you. But if I can see, I see right. That's why when people say, I ain't know. I know when you fucked up. I know when you going through something. I can the eyes is the window through the soul, and then you have to read body language. You don't have to be an expert. I know when a person around me is going through something. I know when a person needs. I know when they're about to ask for something. You can read body language and how they carry themselves. So
the energy real.
The energy
you feel like
real.
the energy don't get reciprocated back to you?
It's not that. It's just true that too. But I ain't hanging my head low. I don't. You ain't gonna know. I don't want you to know. If I tell you, that's what it is. But other than that, I'm a man. I walk with my chin out my chest, like my father taught me.
And that's a lot of our problem too.
That's
bro.
Yeah. And as a man, we were always taught man up or men not supposed to cry. And I had learned that in my household, my mom, we didn't apologize to each other. I got my ass whooped, or if I got in trouble for something and I got my ass whooped and they found out I didn't do it and I wasn't wrong, it don't matter. Even if you were right or wrong, you get your ass whooped. But nobody never apologized in my house. It was always, you hungry? Or you want to go to the movies? Go outside with your friends, take this, and then you happy like.
Yeah, I just got cooked.
I just got cooked, but here
$20.
Here go 20. Like, you feel me? It's just
Absolutely,
like just to get out of not having
was talking about that on another episode where we was talking about transparency.
Yep. And
that's a whole nother layer though.
We got
like,
the. Yeah.
I really don't want you to think I'm kicking you off the show. Like we used up the time.
I don't care. I know where y'all live at, bro. I'm coming back.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Look, he said I'm coming back.
I appreciate you coming in. Like just like Tonka said, or like like you could have been anywhere else in the world. You sitting here with us, and we definitely appreciate it.
Nigga,
like, so give up your look in the camera, give out your socials.
I'm not giving out my I knew you were not
give out your socials.
Bro. Oh, I'm stupid as shit. I'm so drunk.
Oh, he thought I said social security number.
I was about to say 188.
Oh my god.
You scared.
You probably trying to scare me. Okay, so
where can they find you at?
Y'all can find me at The Real Southside You on Instagram. And
is The Real Southside You 1?
No, it's just The Real Southside You.
Oh, okay. All right.
The Real Southside You 1. See, I know how to build so many pages. A person just hit me up like, I can get your page back. Da-da-da. And like, my homie hit me up like, I'll give you $2,000 to get your page back and just give me that page. And I'm like, nigga, my bills is due.
Yeah. People really go through that. They get them followers.
Real shit, my bills is due. What the fuck I look like taking $2,000
so you can have
to get my page back? Just to give you this page that I'm already at 80K.
The person that's offering your page back is the person that stole it. Because how can you get my page back and can't nobody else?
See, it ain't stolen. It's just that I can't get into it because I don't have that phone no more. And it was the phone sent the code, the password. Instagram sent the code to there, so I couldn't get into it. So you got to be a hacker.
Did you get into Instagram? Like did you reach out to Instagram and try to like?
Yeah, I tried to reach out to Instagram, but once they said fuck it, I just was like. They just said fuck me. I'm like, there's no help for like people like support for the comedians, that the entertainers and stuff like that, and rappers and stuff like that who does lose their page and have a platform that are really trying to do positive. It's really like you have to make another one, and it's just like fuck
that
it.
Bert was trying to get off at 8
yes,
words.
Bro, I swear, bro. I'm like,
thanks for tuning in to Devil's Advocate, where it's two sides to every story.
Make sure y'all follow me too at Saucy_Taz. You gonna put
he's a co-host, man.
And there's only one side to a dark skinned nigga story.
Information. Y'all got information.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now before the episode over. I've been working this machine for 2 weeks, maybe 2 months now. I'm officially the co-host now, so shout out to that. I appreciate you for giving me
I hope if I get into this shit, I hope these niggas.
It, yo. Like all he gotta do is press one button. Go ahead,
I'm not gonna press it.
Big sauce. Hey, boy, they catching the wave. This is your time, don't you fuck it up. Dollars on plays, double that money, don't fuck it up. Please don't you step in my way. I'm out to get it, don't fuck it up. Don't you fuck it up. Don't you fuck it up. Hey, boy, they catching the wave. This is your time, don't you fuck it up. Dollars on plays, double that money.